and tipped his head back. Ugh, it means it's going to be a great day for trees, he and Sarah chanted in unison before bursting out laughing. Meg watched her siblings and couldn't help feeling a pang of jealousy. She knew that her older brother and sister loved her, but they were closer to each other than they'd ever be to her. It was almost as if they spoke a secret language only the two of them understood, and they could crack each other up with barely a glance. Meg wanted to be part of the club. She wanted them to think she was just as hilarious as they were, and just as helpful, too. Meg's family owned and operated a Christmas tree farm. They lived in a house on one end of their land and sold the trees from a lot at the front. Meg had been helping around the lot since she was little, but now that she was 12, her parents were finally going to let her run one of the registers all on her own. Today was her first day, and Meg couldn't wait to get started. Suddenly, her mom's hand slid over Meg's eyes, and she kissed the top of Meg's head. Meg could feel the rough calluses of her mother's hard work on her hands and smell the sap on her fingers. Happy birthday, Meggie. Her mom uncovered Meg's eyes, and there, in the center of the table, was a box wrapped in red and green Christmas paper. It looked big enough to hold a toaster, and it had a bright silver bow stuck to the corner. For a split second, Meg's stomach tightened with disappointment. Then she scolded herself for being so selfish. She couldn't deny the truth, though. There was no way that box held what she really wanted. She'd asked for the same thing every birthday and Christmas for 4 years, ever since her best friend, Colton, and his rowdy but friendly dogs had moved into the house down the road. But she'd come to realize that her parents would never get her a dog. They'd had a family dog when she was a baby. His name was Bruiser. By the time Meg was born, Bruiser was very old. Her family had to scrape and save to afford his medical bills. Her dad was always saying that they would never get another dog because they were too expensive. But Meg suspected that her dad never actually loved Bruiser. Not really. And with money being tight, the chances of getting a dog went from slim to none. Well, go on then, Meg's dad said, using tongs to put another slice of bacon on Ben's plate. Or are you waiting for next year to open it? He winked at Meg. She put down her fork, pushed her plate to the side, and tried a smile. She pulled the box toward her and ran a finger across the top of the bow. Thank you, she said before peeling back the first piece of tape gently. Meg! Ben laughed. You are the slowest gift unwrapper ever. Meg scowled at him, but it quickly turned into a grin. You know I keep the paper for crafts, she said, taking her own sweet time. She liked that she did something that made Ben laugh, so she did it on purpose every time she opened a gift. Her mom sat down on a stool and sipped her coffee. If you don't like it, we can always return it, she said, watching Meg carefully. I want to make sure that it's the one you like best. Gifts were rare in the Briggs family, and even more so for Meg since her birthday and Christmas fell so closely together. She thought she might not even get a present this year. Only after she'd removed the paper without tearing it and folded it gently into a square did Meg lift the lid off the box. Her breath caught in her throat. Her gaze fell upon a crisply folded, perfect new winter coat. It was bright purple, with sparkling silver fur around the hood. Lightly, tentatively, she ran her fingers over the fur. The last time she'd gone to the mall with Sarah, Meg had touched this same coat. She had imagined, for an instant, how cool she would look wearing it. But she never would have asked for it. It was too expensive, too frivolous.